Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to another video. Today I have some really exciting Minecraft news to share with you, and it's actually some of the best news we've seen in a while because it's a new mob confirmation for Minecraft 1.10. So just quickly before we start, I just want to mention that my voice is a little hoarse today. I'm sorry about that, but I think what we have it today makes up for that because it is a bear in Minecraft. That's right, bears are coming to Minecraft in 1.10, and they look like this, and it's going to be pretty cool stuff. I'm going to be explaining what they do, all that sort of stuff in today's video. Hopefully you do all enjoy it. If you do, please do like and let me know because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the Minecraft news. With that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? Let's start by talking about how these mobs were confirmed, or how this mob was confirmed, because Jeb has been hinting at a mob like this for a while. He gave us the colour for it, which was this very off-white, but he hasn't actually shown us anything until just today, where he said, remember, or yesterday I should say, where he says, remember that 242 mob? Here's a screenshot. We'll do 1.10 snapshots and earliest week 17. We'll get to that in a second, but let's start by talking about the polar bear, because, again, this is something that I think the gamers need for a while. It's something that I was, one of the theories regarding one of the 1.10 mobs, and I think this is probably one of the coolest mobs that Minecraft kind of needs, because right now, these snow biomes, besides having the rare biomes like you see in the background, the ice spikes, didn't really have anything worth going there for. They had the igloo in 1.9, but even then it's kind of rare, and having a polar bear there is going to be something that's really cool because it gives it a whole own purpose. So yeah, I'm really excited about this because that's kind of the purpose behind it. It's giving the biome an exclusive mob to make it a bit more exciting, a bit more unique, and boom, it's polar bears. So you can see here both an adult polar bear and a baby polar bear. So the reason you're going to remember what both these things looks like is because it actually determines the behavior, because Jeff responded to a few tweets after this because it was a really big reveal and it got everyone really excited, and these actual things gave us a little bit of follow-up information, and the biggest one was actually to do with the type fit, because some people question, okay, then is it going to be an aggressive mob? Is it going to be neutral? Is it going to be one you can tame? And Jeb actually responded with a little bit of everything. Cubs are peaceful, adults are neutral unless there is a cub nearby, in which case they're presumably aggressive because they are aggressive or neutral, which is really, really interesting to me because it means that one, cubs are going to be friendly and stuff, and maybe you'll be able to do something with them because he implies it's just peaceful. Adults are neutral, which is just, they'll do their own thing, but if there are cubs nearby, adults will get aggressive with you, which is something that sounds really, really interesting to me because it means that usually they're probably going to spawn in an aggressive capacity because, like how rabbits and a lot of other mobs spawn with the babies sometimes, that might be something that happens with the cubs. So really we have to wait until we see, exactly how often these things spawn. Maybe they're somewhat rare, so, they are mostly neutral, but occasionally aggressive. It could make the ice spikes, the icy biomes a lot more dangerous, but there's also the second kind of factor to that, because it means that if you start breeding polar bears, which we still don't know what they're going to be bred with, but if you do then decide to breed them because they have some purpose, does that mean that when you breed them they get super aggressive with you? Because that'd be a really interesting concept too. So yeah, both the breeding for yourself as well as just the natural breeding is going to be kind of interesting here. So yeah, that's the biggest piece of information. We know there's a polar bear, we know it looks like this, and we know that it's going to kill you if it has cubs around like it does in this picture. So yeah, really, when Jeb took the screenshot, it was actually about to be killed by a polar bear. With that said though, we got a few more pieces of information regarding, first of all, the Pocket Edition, where he says they're coming in 1.10, that's where the polar bear's coming from, and they're coming to the Minecraft Pocket Edition later, but not 0.15.0, so presumably either the update after that, or just some point in the future, because polar bears are one of the coolest mobs, and most of the mobs have made it over to the Pocket Edition, with the exception of the shulker, I believe. So yeah, that's that right there. So finally, besides that, we just have one other piece of information, because someone says, yes, now make seals which eat them in response to that, which was a kind of weird one, and Jeb actually responded saying, seals that eat polar bears? That sounds scary. And then, so, the little happy face thing. And this could just be like, oh yeah, that's a cool idea, I like it. Or, because, it's one of the few responses, or maybe that's a tiny, tiny hint at something we'll be seeing in the future. Because again, sea life in Minecraft is something that Jeb has stated several times before is kind of underdeveloped, and maybe having a seal that spawns only in, like, oceans near an icy biomes could be pretty cool too. That's something we have to kind of weigh about. I don't think it's actually too likely, but I think it was something worth mentioning. Do you have any cool ideas for the seal? Then that's maybe something we'll see. But for now, we just have to wait for the polar bear. There's a few questions we do have to see answered, so these will all come when the snapshot first come out, which is in, by the way, about 3 weeks, because he says, obviously, we'll do 1.10 snapshots and earliest at week 17. Current week is 14. So that's implying 3 weeks is, kind of the starting point they're aiming for. Usually when they go for snapshot dates, it's usually not the exact time they say. I know 1.9, they said they'd do it at one point, and then it was like 2 months later. They said 1.9 would be releasing in December, and then it released at the end of February. So you got to bear in mind, like, these things are kind of tentative dates, but that still means that the snapshots is within grasp. It's not like 1.10 snapshots coming in 2017 mean, hopefully it's, oh yeah, 1.10 snapshots coming at some point in the next couple of months or so, and that sounds pretty exciting to me. So yeah, there's a lot of questions about the polar bear I'm looking forward to having answered when that stuff does come out, and I'm curious, is there anything that you want to particularly know about? Because there's stuff like the drops, there's stuff like, will they spawn with pups all the time? There's stuff like, do they have a use? What will you breed them with? I want to know all of these questions, and I'd like to know about your stuff and all that stuff too. So I hope you did all enjoy today's video. Hope you're all excited about the polar bears like I am. Like the video if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I have Q&A Saturday coming later today, don't worry, and then besides that, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.